In 1940, as the war was ramping up, the UK was suddenly very hungry for aircraft and needed as many of them as possible, as quickly as possible. In order to maximize the output and strengthen the Royal Air Force, the government decided to employ secondary manufacturers to produce time-tested designs via licensed manufacturing arrangements. One of the companies employed by the Air Ministry was English Electric. It didn't make any contemporary designs, but at the very least, it wasn't completely new to the aircraft business. After a few years having realized that jet-powered aircraft were the future, the Air Ministry invited applications for the first ever British jet-powered bomber. Due to the cutting-edge nature of the technologies involved, the government was somewhat hazy on the specifics, but effectively they wanted a successor to the legendary de Havilland Mosquito fast bomber. That's where English Electric came in. Having sharpened their skills by building countless Hamptons and Halifaxes, they were ready to make their own original designs. Their new chief designer, the brilliant W.E.W. Petter, came up with several variants of the new bomber in just a year. By late 1945, the Ministry of Supply awarded English Electric a contract for 4 prototypes. New technologies were being tested right as the first prototypes rolled off the factory floor. While teams on the ground were busy installing engines and assembling airframes, pilots flew modified Meteors to test bleeding-edge high-altitude equipment. After just 4 years of development, the brand-new bomber, designated as the Canberra B Mark I, took to the air for the very first time and immediately impressed the military with its flight performance. It didn't make it to production, though. The original plan was to fit the Canberra with a sophisticated radar bombing system, but its development ran into trouble, and that meant falling back on more conventional means and adding another crew member, a bombardier. After some modifications to the cockpit and engines, the new variant of the Canberra was finally accepted into production as the Canberra B Mark II. When the Korean War started, the British decided to ramp up aircraft production once again. This time, though, the script was flipped. Long gone were the times when English Electric produced other manufacturers' designs. This time, other companies were busy making Canberras. W.E.W. Petter was not resting on his laurels either. His team tirelessly worked on improving the bomber, seeking to create a highly versatile aircraft that would excel in any role. Those efforts led to the introduction of dedicated reconnaissance variants, highly specialized Canberras, and even a nuclear strike variant. Naturally, there was also a line of Canberras modified for ground attack missions. For instance, the B Mark VI variant, which is available in War Thunder, was fitted with a special cannon pack containing 4 Hispano 20mm cannons. Such a good design quickly attracted the interest of foreign clients. In fact, long before the first prototype even took to the skies, the manufacturer was already in talks with prospective clients who wanted to produce the Canberra under license. India purchased more than 100 Canberras in different configurations, and the US built more than 400 of those jet bombers, known in the States as the B-57. It's worth noting that even though the early B-57s were very similar to their British counterparts, the B-57B was quite a departure from the original formula, as it received a new fighter-style canopy featuring a tandem seating arrangement, as well as new hardware and armaments. The aircraft also had a rich service history, as it saw action in multiple conflicts throughout the years. Canberras served in the Suez Crisis of 1956, Indo-Pakistani Wars, the Falklands War, and in Vietnam. Many years have passed since this jet bomber was last used in anger, but it's fair to say that its legacy still lives on. By the way, what do you think about the Canberra? Tell us in the comments below.